Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode...
7.
7? Is it 7?
Yeah.
Episode 66, I know, of the whole series. What happened last time?
Last time, the Warhammer Titan was revealed. Yeah, Eren was going crazy, killing people. Mikasa and everyone showed up and was like, you know, Eren, let's go
home.
chill, let's leave. And Eren's like, nah.
Nope. And then he was about to eat the Warhammer Titan, and then Galliard showed up.
Yeah, Galliard showed up, which, like, for a moment it was like, yeah, someone just, Eren, get here. And then Levi showed up, and then you're like, yay, it's Levi, but...
Yeah, exactly.
And then Peak is on her way as well, so...
See what happens
scary
in this episode.
times. I don't want anyone to die, but I feel like someone's gonna die.
We shall see. Hope you guys enjoy the reaction, support the official release. Hope you leave a like and subscribe for more Attack on Titan stuff, and let's go. There's Peak. Oh shit! Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I love how they left just the arm there.
Yeah, it's crazy because those are weapons that are designed for fighting against humans too.
Yeah.
Like, it was made to just shoot down a bunch of people.
Just in time. He would have been fucked. Yeah, it's like so much armor. Like, it's thick plating.
I didn't see, is it covering her neck?
Oh, did he block it? Looks like it.
Ugh,
Oh my god.
that's disgusting.
Oh, so he blocked the front of his neck so it wouldn't skewer him.
By
Oh
his entire
shit.
body.
Oh fuck. Oh my god. Oh, and Gabby?
With a gun. You're fucked.
I love how everyone has updated gear except for Levi. OP time. Yeah. Fuck!
Round 2. This opening is so depressing, but also just kind of like weirdly happy at the same time for me. I'm like, yeah, this is nice. As there's just pictures of destruction.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. It kind of like, it feels like an abandonment of like caring about life is what it feels like. So there's kind of like a tranquility or like a, that's where the happiness is. It's like, no matter what happens, it doesn't matter type thing.
Yeah. Here we go.
Rhina.
Still alive.
And Falco. He saved Falco.
Yeah.
Holy shit, John. It's weird. Some of that animation looked really good, but some of it was just kind of janky. That was dope.
It's like super fucked up.
Oh, it's so much more gross. They made it like purple instead of just red, and it looks so much worse.
Not anymore.
The will to live, yeah. That's such an incredible scene. That's like top 10 scenes of the whole fucking series.
My god, he looks so messed up.
It's cool how like his human face takes on the shape of the armored titan. This is exactly like Stohess. This is like Armin talking to Eren. Idiot. Fucking idiots. Bad angle. And then Galliard's there to protect her, and he's nimble enough to keep out of harm's way. So that, like, with them defending each other, and her defending Zeke.
It's like in a game of chess where you have all your pieces lined up right behind each other.
And as long as Zeke can fucking... Well, the other thing is, Galliard's the only close range. Like, Zeke is okay in close range, but he's mostly good for throwing rocks. Like Annie, yeah.
He's like so focused on her. He's like not even...
He has plenty of moves. Oh, he just drops...
Makes another one.
That's 3. That's 3 Titans. Exactly, exactly.
There's so many of you. Yeah. Yeah, unless Armin just shows up and fucking...
It's so fucked up. The guard guy just did the Sieg Heil, like, I'm not gonna do it because I'm on the internet, but like, it's just crazy the attention to detail.
Yeah, just... Classic rock throwing.
This is, like... Yeah. This is exactly how they almost fucking lost Shiganshina. Not his enemy. Brothers on the battlefield. Levi. He's watching his clock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's like protecting him almost. He's got his arm on him and shit. Gabby.
This is like the shitty moment where if Gabby hadn't been there, like, it's like either one of them is gonna have to take the Armored Titan before Reiner just dies. Bye!
Oh my god.
That's rough. I was wondering when he was gonna show up, but that was the perfect strategy. Just take out all the boats.
30,000, they said last episode. 30,000 soldiers inbound via the Navy.
No. That's crazy. He was just sitting out there on a boat, just waiting.
Yep. Tiny little fucking raft. The other Ackerman. They've really been briefed. Levi! He's already doing it! A satchel charge. They aren't even trying to get the Titan. Oh my god! Oh, it's fucking nightmare. Oh, the lightning. Oh, Thunder Spear, I mean. Sasha's still there.
Oh no.
Got him. Carlo's dead. Domed between the fucking eyes.
Pictures on the side. That's really sad.
Right in the eye. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so bad. That hurts. They were such a good team. Oh my god, it sucks. Oh. Fuck. They just made it so much more, like, desperate feeling. Oh, man. Holy shit, Armin.
He looks so much more scary. Like, just that Titan with him in it just looks way more terrifying.
Well, because you know Armin, like, right? Like...
Yeah, and he just, like, I don't know, he looks more agile for some reason. Like, he just looks, like, skinnier and leaner.
So
it's the same shit. It's the same shit as what Eren's, like, they're just being the exact... They're just doing the exact same shit.
to, like, set them on this path to begin with. Are you gonna do it, Sean? He hesitated, just like on the carriage. Just one last act. Fuck. It's so weird not being on the scout side.
I know, I'm like, I don't want them.
Like, after everything these guys put them through, after everything on the island.
Oh.
You're not the only one who could do jujitsu, motherfucker.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Oh, with her. Oh, shit. He scratched it.
Damn. His claws and jaws are super
Ymir's
strong.
jaw was nothing like this. Yeah, true. Oh. A Zeppelin. Oh, those are the lights.
So they didn't hit it.
Hanji. Onyakapon.
Pick everyone up.
Exfil. Yeah.
Big F.
Talk about a reckless plan. Oh my god. God damn, Armin just being driven to this fucking shit.
Yeah, Eren just dragging everyone along. Fuck.
Oh my god. Taking his fucking arms off.
He knows that if he eats him, then he can break in through those things. Or just make him do it.
Make him do it. Make him do it. Oh my god.
That's fucked.
Oh, with his mouth open.
So she'll fall in there.
Dude, this is the most cold-blooded way to do it. Forcing him.
Look at him.
They were not fucking prepared for this. Oh my god. He's, is this the end?
Does that count?
If there's some spinal fluid, then it counts. Yeah. Oh my
It's
god.
brutal. I thought he was gonna do it the other way around.
Jesus. Holy fuck, man. Oh my god, Gabby's voice actor. Oh my god, she's so desperate. New track once again. Whoa! What the fuck?
He looks so...
He looks so different.
I'll have to look at that again.
He definitely doesn't. He definitely hasn't looked like that for the last 3 seasons. So, like, I read this part in the manga. Do not remember that at all, by the way. I don't know what that means. Maybe I just fucking am asleep and just didn't see that Reiner had a complete fucking character design change in his Titan form. That's possible. But I don't fucking remember it looking like that whatsoever. Alrighty. What do you think of that episode of Attack on Titan?
It was a rough episode.
Fucking brutal episode.
Yeah, it is. It's so fucked because Eren is just like gone. He's just out of control. He's being so just ruthless.
Ruthless is the word.
Yeah.
That is the word.
And then it sucks because you see everyone else who only is there because Eren decided to go there knowing that everyone else would come. And everyone else is like knows that they have to do what they're doing, but they're not like happy about it. They're not okay with it.
Mikasa, Mikasa is the best example of that.
She's like she's like watching Eren do the shit and she's just like, this is a person
Insane.
that I love and I don't even fucking recognize what they're doing right now.
It's like when she's watching him eat the Warhammer, she's
almost crying.
She's not crying. She's just what have you become? Like, even she, like we said it last time too, but it's like even she is. She knows. You could tell she knows that this is like, if they're going to go down this path, this is by far the best outcome. Like him being able to eat 2 or more Titans. Mm-hmm. Then like that's a huge plus. But like, you can't reconcile that with like the damage you've done, even if it's to your enemies. Like, it's so crazy seeing the other side.
Yeah, Eren. Yeah, it's literally Eren is turning into an actual monster. Like before, it's like you could probably like you look at Eren in his Titan form, but it would still kind of be Eren in there. And now it's like, where is the like? Did Eren just become this instead of like, you know? It's just ridiculous. And like Armin, he just straight up murders like 1 million people, but he feels so shitty about it, and he's like, but
not as shitty as you'd think.
Not as shitty as you'd think because he's been prepared to do it, but he's still. He's not, like, so cold to it that it's just brushing past him.
You can tell, like, he is really, really fucked up about it, but it's like...
He hasn't gone to the point where he's past that.
Well, it's like it's exactly like... There was a lot of callbacks to this, and there has been since the attack started, but all the stuff with, like, Jean hesitating...
Yeah.
Is very similar to when he was on the carriage with Armin and that the military police was about to shoot him. They were in like a standoff. One of them had to shoot, and they both hesitated, but Armin came in and shot.
Yeah.
It's exactly like that, where like Armin, for as callous as he is, or no, Armin, for as not that's not what I mean to say. Armin 4, as like compassionate as he is not the soft one. That's what I think is really interesting about his character, because we were introduced to him as the coward, as the guy who was so afraid to take action, who was so unsure of himself and so unconfident that he like scared himself out of ever appreciating himself and his decisiveness, because really he's been a powerhouse since day one. If he didn't get Hannes, Eren and Mikasa would have fucking died. And there's so many examples of that, but like usually the guy who is on his character arc is like there's still that like softness, or that like I don't want to kill people. When he was the first one to fucking pull the trigger, you think that Jean would be the hard badass, but no. Armin is like swallow your feelings. He's the one who even told Eren in the first place. I've seen the English dub more than the subs of season 1, but so I'll quote the dub, but the meaning is the same, even if the actual words are different. But he says when Eren's is not fighting Annie because he is afraid, or is afraid of fighting his friend. He says like, in order to destroy monsters, you must abandon your humanity, or something like that. And that's like a common theme, and Eren is still using that to this day, but he's like, yeah. Like, so even Armin, it's so interesting, is basically what I'm saying, his character. That you expect him to be the soft weakling, but who's really smart, but really he's as determined and ready to pull the trigger when necessary, where others won't. Which is, as we learned in the series, especially in season 1, but throughout the series, that's what makes like a good leader, being willing to do what's necessary at significant cost.
Yeah. It is interesting though, like, but it's also interesting because you can see their plan versus Eren's. Like, Eren's plan is just, I'm gonna go in and if I can, just collect all of the Titans for myself. And their plan is like, okay, we are going to kill the people that we need to kill, and we're going to destroy all these ships so they don't have reinforcements, and then we're going to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And if you don't get on board, well, too bad, because we're still leaving, because this is not a good place for us to be. And like they said, because of the gear that they use and what they're doing, they can't just stay there forever because they have limited supply.
Fuel, yeah. And it's not like, oh, we have limited ammunition, but you still have stockpiles of it. You're also in their home base, so like, but like it runs the ODM gear, although they've probably optimized it, it's been a persisting problem since like fucking the first time that our crew has used it. Like, conserving gas has been a consistently difficult obstacle to overcome. That was the main obstacle in Trost, was that they run out of gas so quickly. So yeah.
Yeah, it just sucks, and like that's why like they're being so practical about it. Like, we'll just get in, do what we need to do, and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And then Eren's just like, I can do whatever I want.
Well, he's just like,
and I'm just gonna do what I need to do.
I'll just do it, and because I know that you're going to follow me.
Yeah.
I'll just do it because, like, whatever exit strategy, fuck it, because I know that you're going to figure it out. And it's probably like his trust in Armin, I guess.
Yeah, his trust that, I mean, they literally need him. It
becomes necessary for them.
If they lost him,
it's over.
Yeah.
It's fucking over.
So, it just...
It's
a lot of power to be had for one person.
No one man should have all that power.
Well, it's true, because it's not even that... It's interesting because he has the most power, but he's not really the type to listen to other people's plans or make a super well thought out, brilliant plan in the first place.
Yeah.
So it is dangerous for the person who has all the power on your side and is capable of doing whatever they want without permission from anyone, to be the disobedient type. It's
kind of like, a lot of people have speculated, like, I'm relating this to One Punch Man. A lot of people talk about One Punch Man, or Superman is even a good thing for this. It's like, they're this ultra-powerful god being, in the case of One Punch Man, he's like so strong, but like what would happen if he wasn't, like, if he just, because like the whole thing with One Punch Man is that he's like losing a piece. He says in like the first episode of season 1 where he's just like walking around and killing a bunch of fucking monsters, and he's just like, what, I must have like lost something in becoming this strong that is essential for being human. And that's kind of a scary thing for someone that powerful, because like they're good as long as they empathize and identify with other people, but as soon as they kind of don't, then it's really difficult to rein them in or make them see again. Or it's also like people talk about that with Rick from Rick and Morty, that like he can travel through dimensions and he's so powerful, and like he just fucking doesn't care. Like if someone dies in his family or someone that's close to him, it doesn't matter, because he could just hop a different reality and then just take up where he left off there, and everyone's alive. They don't remember all the things you did in the other reality, but they're all alive here. So what does it matter if anyone dies? What are the stakes of anything when you understand the enormity of everything?
I would also say, because Eren is on a ticking clock of his own life, it matters even less. Like, you know, like, people who like do horrible things in war are fucked up about it for the rest of their life. But if you know, well, I won't really have to live with that, then what's to prevent you from doing literally anything? Doing exactly what it takes for freedom. For anything. But it's just like so weird, because it's like, is what you're doing actually conducive to freedom? No, because you're just starting the same shit all over again. But you're not thinking that far ahead. So, yeah. And even if you were, is there any way, like, you know, is there any way to actually have it, like, I feel like that's the main question. Like, even if they didn't do this, would there be a way? Maybe. Maybe not. So they're just going to do what they can, which is the most horrible shit. Which is just not good, you know? Like, it's fucked. It's fucked. It's just horrible, because everything that Eren's doing, it's like, unless he gets every single Titan, but even then, you know, like, even then, but he'd still have to kill everyone. He would have to kill Armin to get, like if he wanted to just have all of them, but then he's almost at the end of his, like, life soon. Yeah. So, like, what, like, where does it end? Then you just have someone take over all the Titan all at once and fucking pray they don't have any royal blood in them? Yeah. Do you just continue to, like, destroy everything, or do you just go back to your island and do exactly the same shit, you know? You just literally, and that's the problem. It's like, it seems like the king had a good thing going, because, like, you know, when you think of like, this is the alternative. We've been talking about this since like episode 1 of the season, but it's just like, when you think of like the alternative, it's like the king already kind of followed that logical conclusion to the end, where it's just enjoy the time you have with those you love in a relatively peaceful place. Or there's just endless war. Or there's endless war. And you literally, like Eren said, you have to kill everyone in order to be free. And yeah, the problem is like, once you have that power, then everyone views you as a threat and everyone will want to fight you. Yeah. And if you, like Marley, they had Titans at their disposal, so they are just in a cycle of endless war because they have that power. They need to keep proving that they have that power because other people want to either take that power or like, disprove that they're as powerful as they are, and it doesn't work, and it just keeps going around. And every time you fuck with someone, they're gonna want to come back and fuck with you. Mm-hmm. So you're just building up a list of enemies forever. Yeah. And it just doesn't work. And it just sucks, because it's like, you see the people who were the, like, Titans on this side, and it's like, they were all cool people, and none of them, like, even if they were responsible for, like, the problems, they weren't the ones who came up with the idea for it. Yeah. Like, and like most of the people, and pretty much like 99% of the people that are dead now had nothing to do with what happened, and even more so had nothing to do with the fact that you were on that island in the first place, because none of them were alive.
Yeah.
At that point, you know?
Yeah, and I think, but that's also to do with Eren's ideology, is he doesn't give a fuck whether they were or not. It's that these people are in the way of what I want, and like, you know, that's it. Even when he was talking to Reiner, it's like he kind of forgave him in a weird way, but it doesn't matter because it's not about that anymore. It's not about past grievances. At least it seemed like, at least that's what he's saying. Whether he actually believes that, it's hard to say, but like, it's not about the wall. It's not about Shiganshina. It's not about 5 years of working and living together and fighting together and all this shit. It's about, this is what I need to do to keep moving forward. And so it's like he's, and there's kind of an ethic there, or a question where like, is that a worthwhile thing? Because like, if we're talking about this sort of machine of war where it's just a cycle and it keeps going on, then you're, by following that logic, like you're just falling into that machine. But if you're like Eren and you're just like, I'm not even going to engage in this discourse, in this argument here. I don't care. I'm willing to wipe the slate clean, but the problem is everyone else isn't. So, goodbye. Like that's kind of what he was saying there. Like, it doesn't matter if what happened in the past. Let's for a second say it doesn't matter. Let's say whatever. Let's say I'm willing to forgive you. That there's an entire system here that is like swirling into oblivion. And even if I step outside that, it's still going to swirl into oblivion, and I'm still caught up in its orbit. So the only thing I can do is smash all of it and, you know, be king of the ashes, I guess, or live freely amongst the ashes. That's kind of what that's like the conclusion of his argument, it seems like.
Yeah. By the way, the voice acting Gabby and Falco too, they sounded like terrified children. I mean, like they were, but it almost made me cry because it felt so real.
Yeah.
Like these kids are just like shrieking. It's really sad. And then also, can we look at Ryan's outfit? Not his outfit.
His new fit, his new drip. Respect the drip, Eren. Yeah, what the fuck? I don't remember that. As a manga reader, I do not fucking know what is happening here.
Yeah, like
I might have just spaced it out, but like it's not this plate thing. It's like he's evolved or something.
Yeah, and he has like a lot. So
it's
much
like he
more
went
of
Super
him,
Saiyan.
So much more of him is vulnerable, but he has all these crazy spikes. It's like, I mean, this is probably, all things considered, his last transformation. And I feel like things probably just got fucked up along the way. Like, he doesn't, like, the feelings that he's feeling probably influence the way, like, because you know how, like, if they are thinking, like, depending on what they're trying to do, they could just do one arm to, like, protect something, or do this or do that. And if he's just, like, at the fucking end of his rope here, and he transforms just
into a more offensive,
just feeling like that, like, just like, this is the last time I am doing this.
Yeah.
And I don't care anymore. I don't care about being protected anymore. I just want this to be over.
Yeah. Maybe. I honestly, I don't remember, but I don't want to comment on it in case I, like, say something that, you know, that I forgot, but still kind of remember. All I know is I don't remember this, and it seems like he went fucking Super Saiyan.
Yeah. He just... And then at this point, Eren's just an obstacle to him being able to die.
And for those in the comments who are like, oh, he's spoiling, I don't know that much about what happens this season. I stopped relatively soon after this. I don't know the exact chapter, and I don't want to go back and look because I don't want to refresh myself. But people are going to be like, no, you're saying you're saying like big spoilers and like little things that she shouldn't know yet. I don't fucking know. I basically know nothing. I read slightly after this, and that's it. So I don't know. I know a couple other plot points that happen in the future, but as far as what I've talked about here, it's all based on just what I've seen and what I'm looking at and like what I'm kind of guessing, and I'm just talking about it. I'm not talking about things that happen in the future.
Yeah, also we haven't even talked about like any of the things like freaking Eren just using the jaw. Like, I thought he was going to eat the Jaws Titan and then
use
like
the Jaws
incorporate
power.
That to be able to do that. But no. He doesn't even.
Well, that might be risky because he might not know how to control it right away.
That's also true. Like, for example, Ymir couldn't use, like, her Jaws Titan looked absolutely nothing like that.
Yeah.
Had none of that special stuff going on. And, yeah, it's just brutal, though. It's brutal.
Fucking brutal.
And she was just, like, and it just sucks because if they had known that was a possibility, then he wouldn't have gone close in close combat with Eren, you know? Like, but it's just, how could you know that your jaws are the only thing between Eren and the Warhammer Titan? And how would you know that you would just get your legs sniped off and Eren could just destroy, you know?
That's the problem with Galliard, is that he hasn't been a warrior for that long. Like, he became a warrior later in his life, so he's smarter and is like more capable mentally, but he only in the last couple years has he become a warrior.
Yeah, because Peak and Zeke are like, just wait him out. Just let him do whatever he's gonna do.
Yeah, we have the advantage.
We are on home territory here. We can just like
hold a perimeter.
He's seeming to have unbelievable amounts of stamina and being able to turn himself into a Titan a million times, but that's fine. He can't eat her yet, and we just need to not get killed. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, and then that was brutal when they were just killing all the people inside of Peak's little whatever it's called that was on her back. That was really sad. And they had like pictures of like their family and friends in there as well.
It was like it was literally like they were all a tank crew, and it's like, you know, I don't know, if you see there's a movie Fury, and they have a similar thing where, like, you know, they have a little setup in their part of the tank and shit. Yeah. It's just like that part was so fucking desperate. Like, I don't remember it being like that. They did it so well in this, where just like the movement of Peak as she's like falling off the building and stuff, like stumbling, and like the way the flames just engulf them all. The voice acting this season is on another fucking level. That being said, this is the first season you've seen in Japanese, but like, the Japanese, like the English dub for Attack on Titan has been okay, but the more I watch and the more like I've been caught up, not watching the English dub, they like the Japanese voice actors are on a completely different level. Mm-hmm. Like Ervin's voice actor, is it J. Michael Tatum? I forget his name. He was incredible, but obviously Ervin's no more. And there are a few other cases where the English voice actors are incredible, but like the more we see, the more characters are added. They're just knocking it out of the park. Mm-hmm. And it must be just a side thing. It must be so awesome as an anime voice actor to get a job on Attack on Titan, because like you're probably used to like a lot of high school stuff, a lot of like comedies and stuff, but this is like a show that's really revered and respected by so many people, and it's like it's kind of transcended anime. Not kind of, it has. Like it doesn't feel like an anime anymore, especially this season. Mm-hmm. It feels like this is a place where if you're a voice actor, you could like really flex your creative muscles and like really embody a character in desperation and all of their emotions and stuff like that, and not have it be this like cheesy weird thing, you know? I don't know. Yeah. Like it must be awesome to work on this show. Even in this season where it's not Wit Studio anymore, it must be incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just thinking like when Falco was, like, running to say the news about Reiner, I was like, oh shit, are they just, because he's, like, the only one around, and Reiner's, like, literally dying over here, are they just gonna give it to him? And then Gabby shows up, and I'm like, fuck!
Yeah.
Are they just, like, what? I don't want either of them to have anything to do with it.
You don't want Reiner to die, and you don't want either of them to fucking...
Yeah, no. But at this point, it's like, I would be okay with Reiner dying because he's kind of ready. And it's just kind of torture for him to be alive at this point. But at the same time, if him dying means putting that suffering onto someone, onto another child... And
that's clearly what he's thinking, too.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
What he said earlier in the season.
Yeah, that's why he's just, like... there's no good option here.
But it's again, I talked about, like, suicide and stuff like that, and how it's, like, rolling the dice every time. Like, for people who are, like, legit suicidal, it's not, you know... It can be, like, I'm gonna kill myself today. And then... you know, later that day, you kind of forget. At least this is what I've heard. I'm obviously don't have personal experience with this, but this is just what I've heard. It's kind of like that, where it's like before he was about to blow his brains out with the rifle, and then oh no, I have another reason. I'm stupid. And then he shows up with Eren, and he gets confronted with that despair, and he is immediately those feelings come back. It's like the sort of ebbing and flowing of that is like is also what makes it really tragic for his character. Is that it seems super realistic, that like they depict it like that. It's really fucked up, really well done, but really fucked up.
And then he just like hears the kids screaming and is like, like. What
he
just
wants to lay there and fucking die.
But I don't want to, but I have to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just fucked. And then Peak is just like laying there, like bleeding out on the ground, in the background. It's just.
The scouts have a Zeppelin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then fucking Zeke just got like destroyed by Levi.
Like immediately.
That was insane.
That happened way quicker. Here, by the way. I don't remember that fight happening that quick, but maybe I'm crazy.
I was like Levi's like flying towards him, and I was like, holy shit, round 2 already. And then round 2 never happened. Levi just, round 1.5 kills him. Like,
I remember there was like way more of an encounter with them. Like but this just like it's like we were focused on so many other things that like Levi just immediately took him right the fuck out, threw a satchel charge, and dipped. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's like so rough, but obvious, like Levi, like they all know how dangerous Levi is, but Zeke murdered pretty much everyone on that last battle. Like literally
all but like 7 people.
Yeah. Or
something, or whatever it was, 10 people.
And Levi was the only one to stop it, but he was too late to
Well, it wasn't too late. It took that in order for them to take him down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's seen that if you let this guy get going, you can't stop him.
Yeah, and you'll lose everything if he's given the advantage, which they had. They had the sort of advantage, the territorial advantage in both cases. In Shiganshina, they had like days to set up, and they set it up flawlessly. And in this, they're literally in Liberia, the fucking capital of Marley. Like,
except at the same time, that also gives them a disadvantage because they're in the perfect spot for ODM gear.
Yeah.
And because they're in such a cramped space, they can't see their enemies. That's the other problem.
Yeah, there's all the street corners and shit. Yeah.
And if Levi's hiding in a window somewhere or hiding on the roof and just jumps out and kills you, well...
It's like with Sasha. Sasha was just taking cover. Sasha wasn't flying around. Sasha was sniping people, took cover, waited until they forgot she was there, then sniped the one person, and then gave, the entire Panzer unit a blind spot. Now they had one entire quadrant of their field of vision that could not be activated. And that's what ultimately took them down.
Yeah, and not only that, but, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Just the not being able to see them coming, because even though they don't, you think, oh, I have the advantage because I know this city. Well, you know this city when you're a human.
Yeah.
You don't know, what kind of advantage you have when you're huge and you're like trapped in a hallway.
Yeah.
Basically, you're trapped in.
Unless you're Galliard, but Galliard again is far less experienced.
Yeah, and he's smaller, which makes him easier to grab.
Yeah.
If in terms of like Eren can have a much easier time just snatching him out of the air than he can.
And he's super agile. He's got the
else.
attack Titan, which is like which is super agile and has regenerative capabilities. By the way, Eren had 3 fucking Titans. 3. The last time when he was being tested at the start of season 3, they found that he could do 2 full, and then the third one came out all fucked up.
Yeah.
Like with him hanging out the back and like
definitely had a lot of practice
clearly
since then. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the territorial advantages. Like it seemed like they had
and they really had so many more Titans, but at the same time that's also a disadvantage.
And untrained soldiers and shit.
Because if you have 1,000,000 Titans, then they can't, like, they can work together, but only if everyone's really working together. Like they said, like how Peak was like, Peak's defending.
It wasn't even that. It's just that they weren't prepared. Like their whole reason the formation fell apart wasn't because Galliard split off or anything. It was just because they were dropping like flies because they were not prepared to be attacked in this way. They would have been prepared for paratroopers or a overwhelming army or something, or just Titans they could have dealt with, but not new ODM gear that they didn't have research on, because when Reiner came back and Zeke came back, they only knew about the fucking swords, what Levi still has. They didn't know about the anti-personnel gear, and they've even upgraded that. There's new technology that they weren't prepared for. The lightning spears they knew about, and but that was the first time they'd seen them used. They'd ever been used. It's been years since then, and they've probably perfected their way of using it. They came in, they'd been planning for so long. It's like the opposite of Shiganshina. And yeah, so even if this is their home turf, they were not fucking prepared to fight on it.
Yeah.
They didn't expect the war to come here, even if apparently some of them did. Like with Magath and all them, like.
But at the same time, they were like a small section that was like aware of what was going to happen.
And they were counting on it happening, but that they could like overcome it. But
yeah.
Anyway, but it's just, like, so that's not like they had the perfect formation. It would have been fine if Sasha didn't snipe one of their guys, and like just one, it's like a fucking house of cards, just one thing taken out. Not having that one huge blind spot of a quarter of your field of vision as far as your Panzer unit, that immediately opens you up to Jean coming in and being able to fucking take out one Titan. Now Galliard is completely defenseless from them flying around, because like Peak was defending both of them, and then Peak's attention is divided. Then Levi comes in and can fucking take out the Beast Titan, and it's just a tower, a house of cards, and it only took like one shot and it completely fell apart. If Reiner was there, it might have been different, but it just is fucking how it happens, I guess.
Yeah.
They just were taken completely by surprise, and that's what happens when you're ambushed.
Yeah, and that's also rough because if Eren can eat the Jaws Titan, then they basically also have Annie. Like, he can basically also just eat Annie's Titan
exactly. With female
which
Titan.
She's been protected in there for a while, even though she's like almost gonna. She's like, it's just, I feel really bad for Annie because she never wanted to be there in the first place, and now she's literally wasting her entire life away.
Yeah, she only had 13 years to live.
I've been thinking about that for like the whole time. It's like she just wanted to get in and then get out so she can use the time that she has doing something that she actually likes.
Yeah.
And instead she's literally just trapped inside this case.
Mm-hmm. And they had to leave her behind. Life. Like they literally had to just fucking completely leave her behind, and she's just been sitting there. Because that was when Zeke and Reiner fought. Like, if you remember that, there was like, we saw the end of that fight. Mm-hmm. And it was when Zeke was like basically first introduced as a human. When he came out and he was like, fine, okay, I win. That means we set up here and fight them when they come. We are not, and we'll come back for Annie another time. Yeah. but
Never.
she's still fucking there, and yeah, it has been years. So it's been like, what, 8 years? 8 of her 13 years? Something
just
like that?
Trapped in there. I don't know, I just think about that and I'm like, it's really messed up. And she's just waiting to die.
And she never wanted to. Her dad put her into the program. Her dad trained her ruthlessly and, like, basically deprived her of a childhood. She was put into the fucking warrior program because her family, like... Because her dad, especially, like, we saw that one scene in season 1 of her dad, like, breaking down and crying, saying he was sorry, and she's looking, like, all shocked and shit. Because he basically just sold her into slavery, essentially. And, for his benefit, and, yeah.
Yeah. And now it's just, it really sucks
And now,
for her.
and then she had the opportunity to turn back.
And it's like, either way, she's just waiting to die.
Yeah.
Because either she'll just die, or if she comes out of there, they'll kill her or experiment on her. So
essentially,
there's no good outcome.
Mm-hmm. But Eren hasn't eaten the Jaws Titan yet, and Reiner's back, so
I was
it's gonna
also
be a little bit
thinking,
more
like,
difficult.
what's gonna happen if, like, Falco or Gabby have to take on a Titan? It's gonna be so messed up because neither of them have, like, any experience, so basically they'd be, like, not very useful right away.
Not right away.
So...
I mean, yeah, it's hard to say, because, like, if a child Reiner and Bertolt, even with the training that they got before they went to Parody, if they showed up in like, the first episode, when Shigan first got attacked, if they showed up like that, but our players were as ready as they are now, that would not have fucking happened like it did. Not even close. They would be fucking over because they just weren't prepared like this. Mm-hmm. Like, it would have ended up, like, worse. Like, it would be a fucking landslide. There's been so much advancement in the last, 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's a good place to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction and review to this episode of Attack on Titan. Please leave a like and subscribe, especially if you made it this far. For people who make it to the end of these, if you guys leave a like, it's a huge help. But we hope you enjoyed most of all. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.